Hello, Steve White, Trek89 for Steve Arts 89, Star Trek's Gatekeeper. I was talking to someone in my comments about the media releases of Star Trek and physical media, and I want to do a video about it. Now, the first video I did was about 25 minutes because I couldn't stop talking because I'm very passionate about it and I love my collection. I just want to do a shorter version. I just want to say I really value physical media. When streaming was first becoming popular, there was this promotion of just throw out your DVD collections. You don't need them anymore. Just stream. You'll have a whole library at your fingertips. Just pay a subscription. And a lot of people bought into that. A lot of people sold their collections. And then a lot of their shows were taken off the streaming services because licensing or the companies that were selling them to Netflix and that were setting up their own streaming services. And now people have to buy 4 or 5 different streaming services just to get all the shows they used to get on Netflix that they used to have on DVD. So I'm glad I kept 90%, probably 50% of my collection. I did get rid of a lot of stuff. I thought if you're not going to watch it again, you don't need the space for it. So there's a lot of random movies and TV shows I watched just because that was the popular thing, but I didn't really enjoy them enough to watch them again, view them again. So I got rid of them. But everything else I kept. And I'm very proud of my little DVD and Blu-ray collection. I just wanted to show that, because no one can ever take these away from me. Paramount Plus can't take away these. I've got Star Trek Season 1, 2 and 3 of the original series, although that one's thinner. I don't know why. That's the American one. They're multi-zone though, so you can watch them in any country. I'm going to buy the local version to have a backup, and so it's the same width as the other because it bugs me. Movie collection. Now these were 6-disc sets, but I turned them into 8-disc cases, put 8-disc cases in there so I could squeeze in the director's editions of Star Trek 2 in Blu-ray and 6 in DVD, because 6 is totally different. The director's edition is quite different from the original theatrical version, which was a different aspect ratio and had 2 minutes of additional footage. So there's that, and the motion picture, the director's edition is in here, and there's also an extra disc because when they released the Blu-ray box set of the animated series, the original series and the movies, they had a bonus disc, which I've got in here, and that's the only new content for that box set. And also there's Evolutions and the Captain's Summit, which were ones done for the individual releases. They put them, they basically gave you an extra disc for each of the main box sets. So I've got those. The Next Generation, they did something interesting because they did this with DVD as well. I think they did in video. Yeah, they did on video as well, started video, but they released the videos, of course, then they released the DVD box sets, and then they released the Blu-ray box sets, but they actually released a DVD box set of all the TV movies where they edited together all the 2-part episodes into movies, and it was like a 9-disc box set or something that had all of them on there, including Encounter at Farpoint and All Good Things, which were aired as TV movies, but had been cut in half for syndication, which I kind of wish they'd almost included the syndicated episodes in the box sets and had the special editions be the movie versions. But so I've got this, which is the Best of Both Worlds version. There's an All Good Things version as well, and they both have plastic slipcases, which underneath you can deborgify Picard and turn him from Locutus to Picard, which is cool. And the Q one, I think Q is just in front, and you open it up and you see the Enterprise. It's a different artwork on the inside as well. And this, basically, I've got all 6 in one. So there's the next level, which is the Taste of Next Generation, which was Encounter at Farpoint and 2 random episodes. I think they should have done Gambit instead, and it would have been a double. It would have served the same purpose of showcasing the different type of episodes, but it would have made up for the fact that it didn't get a separate release. And instead of having 2 random episodes that are on in the season box sets, you would have had another edited together TV movie version of Gambit. So then they did the Best of Both Worlds, Redemption, Unification, Chain of Command, and of course All Good Things, which is the same version on the Blu-ray, but it does have special features that don't feature on the Season 7 box set, which kind of makes it worth it. So I'm glad I've got them. No one can take them away from me. I've also got, of course, the 7 seasons of Next Generation and the 4 seasons of Enterprise. Unfortunately with Enterprise, they didn't upscale the effects, because the effects were rendered often in 480, sometimes in 720, very rarely in 1080, because 1080 wasn't the standard high definition format at that time for TV. 480 was the norm, and 720 was high definition, and HD in 1080 took a while to come about. So unfortunately, when you're watching those episodes, the live action, which was filmed on film or HD video, when you switch from that to the effects, sometimes you can literally see the pixels. And unfortunately, the NX had a lot of lines. The original Enterprise and that were a bit softer, so it even shows up more, but I really wish they'd taken the time to do that. Now, one of the producers of the effects came out and said, oh no, they wouldn't have looked as good in 1080, so we left them in like 480 and 720 because they'd be softer and they'd look better, they wouldn't look as digital. And I'm like, I don't believe him for a second. Allegedly, supposedly, he just was lying to help promote the DVDs and sort of hide the fact that they actually had cheaped out, in my opinion, and not upscaled the effects, so they were all 1080 or at least 780. Sorry, 1080 or at least 720. So yeah, that, and I really wish that they would release Next Generation remastered on DVD, because a lot of people still buy DVD and don't buy Blu-ray, and they didn't buy Next Generation on Blu-ray because they wanted it on DVD. And they didn't do it because they released the original series on HD DVD and DVD before in a dual format, so you got both in the same, discs were double-sided, so you got DVD on one side, HD DVD on the other side. So I watched the DVDs, I didn't even buy HD DVD. The format ran its course. HD DVD died. They eventually released Blu-ray. They released Star Trek on Blu-ray. I bought the box set and I watched them on Blu-ray later. I just had the dual format DVD and HD DVD, and then I bought season 2 and 3 on DVD, and I didn't even get the Blu-rays for ages, which I watched later. Next Generation, I bought the Blu-rays right away because I had a Blu-ray player, and I knew they weren't going to be doing DVDs. But I thought they'd do them later. I thought they'll not do them right away, so they get more people to buy the Blu-rays and maybe convert to Blu-ray, and then release them later for the people who aren't going to convert to DVD, so they're going to get a sale from them anyway. But they never did it. And the other thing, also, they have better versions of Deep Space Nine and Voyager on streaming than the copies that were put onto DVD. So the DVD, a lot of them were, they weren't done properly. They were, what's it called? They do it really fast to pump a lot of them out in a short period of time, and they don't actually take the time to actually do them properly. So some of the DVDs are actually 480, not even 720, so they don't look good. And the original they were original videos, so they're 480s of the original videos, the original video masters, so they don't look great. And what they should do is release the proper masters onto DVD, 720 DVD, and they should downscale the remastered Next Gen onto 720 DVD as well, because people are waiting to buy them, and people will buy them, because people do want their own libraries. They're still going to stream because it's convenient, but they're also going to have their backups, because the people who care about their shows and their content, they're going to want their own library and they want their backup. Whereas other people, they don't care so much. They're just going to stream whatever's on, and that's the difference between collectors and people who really care about their shows. But I'm going to keep this to 10 minutes. Is it 10 minutes? I don't know. I can't see the time. But yeah, I really, 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 really appreciate that I had all these on Blu-ray and DVD before streaming, before it became obvious that there was going to be licensing issues and shows were going to be pulled off channels and moved around and edited. The other issue is editing. Some movies and things are being censored, basically, in some shows. Some episodes of The Simpsons aren't available in some places. Some episodes of The Muppets aren't available in some places because people find them offensive. So you don't get to choose what version you get, and if you get every episode, if you've got your DVD, your Blu-ray, you're in control of what you watch. So I do think that's important. So I'm really trying to promote that on my tiny little channel. But yeah, I'm glad I already had them. I didn't have to run out and buy them, because a lot of people now are buying the DVDs. I'm hearing people asking questions and that in some of the forums and that, because they lost their Star Trek when it was taken off Netflix, and some people don't have Paramount Plus yet, so they can't get them. And this has happened a couple of times now, and people are learning from it. So Physical media is never going to go away. It's going to find its level it's going to sit at, where the people who care will buy physical media, the people who don't care will just stream, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see if, like vinyl, some places actually re-release videos for the collectability, for the packaging and everything, like they do with vinyl. I'm curious to see if that happens, but I'm going to go because I don't want this to be more than 10 minutes. I was trying for 5 minutes, but I couldn't do it because I'm too excited about my collection, and I appreciate, physical media too much. I can't just skim over it. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you still collect physical media and what you think of the recent releases and what they're going to do in the future. And yep, I'm going to go. Bye.